The Galactic Union was a marvel of cooperation. 900 different species, ranging from bioluminescent jelly-like beings of Delvara, 6 to the crystalline hive minds of XY Prime, all gathered in the sprawling orbital citadel known as Unity Spire. Its golden ring spun in unison around a star that had been artificially stabilized just for diplomatic purposes. It had taken millennia for these civilizations to reach peace, to stop warring among themselves. But now they faced a new, unsettling common enemy, humans. Reports had been flooding in for years. First, Earth's colonization of Mars, reckless and aggressive, building cities in record time despite lethal radiation and dust storms. Then, outposts on Europa, Ganymede, and the asteroid belt, where humans stripped asteroids bare without a second thought. Rumors swirled of experimental faster-than-light drives cobbled together from salvaged alien tech. The most troubling reports came from deep space listening posts, human ships entering areas no species dared explore, adapting without hesitation, surviving where others simply disappeared. And worst of all, humans seemed utterly indifferent to galactic laws, regulations, or traditions. This infestation must be handled, declared High Chancellor Israk of the Vorthan Clade, his 12 tendrils slapping the council table in disgust. Before it is too late. A vote was called. Unanimous. 900 civilizations, speaking as one. War. They prepared for terror on Earth's part, pleas for mercy, desperate bargaining, fear. What they got was silence. The war declaration was a masterpiece of protocol. Years of diplomatic phrasing, carefully crafted to avoid misinterpretation, broadcast across multiple spectrums and formats. It was sent through wormhole relays, subspace beacons, and quantum entanglement communicators, ensuring Earth would receive the message instantly, clearly, and with all the weight of galactic authority. The moment the transmission reached Earth orbit, Earth's global communication networks logged it. And instantly filed it as spam. The world had other concerns. In the North American Confederation, people were glued to the Solar Game semi-finals, a brutal zero-gravity sport that pitted cyborg athletes against artificial intelligences. Across Asia, financial markets were in chaos after a rogue AI had collapsed a major cryptocurrency. Europe was recovering from a political scandal involving cloned officials. And in Australia, citizens were debating whether importing genetically modified kangaroos to Mars was ethical. The war declaration was, in the eyes of Earth's overstressed communication hubs, yet another unsolicited transmission from some minor galactic group trying to sell exclusive nebula timeshares. The notification was buried under a mountain of more urgent, human matters. Weeks passed. No response from Earth. The Galactic Union was aghast. They hadn't prepared for indifference. Surely, by now, the humans would realize the stakes. In frustration, the first armada of Unity mobilized, a fleet composed of ships from every major civilization, a display of power unseen in over 5,000 years. When they entered the solar system, Jupiter's gravitational fields shuddered under their combined mass. Thousands of warships, carriers, dreadnoughts, and stealth cruisers formed a perimeter around Earth. Still, nothing. Earth's own orbital traffic controllers, largely staffed by overworked AI and bored technicians, flagged the fleet as possible disruption to local satellite paths and issued a routine caution message. Please maintain minimum orbit altitudes and avoid obstructing geosynchronous relays. Failure to comply may result in fines. The galactic commanders assumed it was some form of human bravado. Surely this was an act of resistance, albeit a weak one. They awaited Earth's counterattack. None came. It wasn't until Jason Kim, a night shift supervisor at Orbital Traffic Control Station Theta 9, stumbled on the logged presence of thousands of unidentified vessels that anyone gave it much attention. Jason leaned back in his chair, popped open a can of synth cola, and squinted at the incoming data. Huh, he muttered. That's a lot of ships. He typed up a short report. Large foreign vessels detected. No flight plan. Probably tourists. Forwarded to the appropriate department. And then he returned to watching old reruns of interplanetary chef wars. Determined to provoke a response, the Union commanders agreed to fire a demonstration shot. The target, a remote section of the Pacific Ocean, chosen to minimize casualties while maximizing the display of force. A high-energy particle beam pierced through the atmosphere, striking the ocean with a thunderous blast that vaporized water for miles and created a crater visible from space. Earth's news networks briefly covered the event. Scientists puzzled by mysterious oceanic disturbance. Experts blame failed mining experiments. Meanwhile, social media exploded with jokes. Memes of the explosion were overlaid with captions like, "Meanwhile, in the Pacific, alien fireworks show." And, "When your special effects budget is just okay." Finally, someone in Earth's diplomatic department noticed the ongoing situation. A brief, two-sentence message was sent back to the Galactic Union. "Sorry for the delay. Can we help you with something?" The Galactic Council was stunned. No fear. No apology. Just mild confusion. They doubled their fleet's firepower. The siege would begin in earnest. To tighten control, the Galactic Fleet blocked Earth's outgoing communications and trade routes, thinking this would cripple humanity. Within hours, Earth's largest corporations filed lawsuits against the alien empires. The Androxy Empire alone was served with 487 trillion credits in damages for obstructing lunar mining shipments. Public opinion turned sour. Not against the invaders, but against the delays. Delivery times from Mars doubled. Streaming services lagged. Space tourism dropped by 34%. People were annoyed. Earth's corporate sector declared the blockade an unacceptable interference in commercial operations and threatened legal action against the entire Galactic Union. Rather than a conventional attack, Earth decided to reboot Project Dawn, an ancient AI system designed to counter planetary invasions. Dawn activated. Within minutes, it had infiltrated the alien fleet's networks, disabled their engines, and locked them in place. Ships drifted helplessly, their systems offline, while Dawn left a final message on their communication screens. "Please wait. Your call is very important to us." On Earth, skywatchers posted photos of the stranded alien vessels glowing faintly in orbit. #AlienJunkyard trended for weeks. Realizing they had been defeated without a single human military response, the Galactic Union sent a surrender offer to Earth. Earth's reply: "Sure. Just move your ships. You're blocking the sun." Treaties were signed. Trade agreements flourished. Alien species, once conquerors, now stood in line to sell goods to Earth and license human entertainment. Years later, among galactic historians, the date of the declaration of war on humanity is considered the most embarrassing moment in the Union's history. The war lasted approximately 3 Earth weeks. No shots fired, unless you count the ocean. No losses on Earth's side. And the humans? They never stopped shrugging. Now, Earth sits on the Galactic Council, managing interstellar logistics, producing 80% of the galaxy's entertainment, and running the most profitable legal firms in known space. And if you ask them how they won the war, they'll just say, "Sorry, were we supposed to be worried?"